What up, guys? How we doing? Right, this is something that I'm really wanting to give a big push this week, leading into next week. As I'm sure you've seen in my posts, I've got Spread the Word going. Now, we already have 4 bands set up. We've got Debased, we have Foxdie, we have Shine DRS. We've also got a special little number coming from an amalgamation of Abdisma, Which Way Now, Semperfi, and Downfall. And there's some members of that band we got together, and that should be really amazing. You know, they're doing some slightly different things, I think, but I'm sure they're bringing their own little vibes to it as well. Now, but you know, that's 4 bands. You know, this is an all-day thing. We want people on board, and we don't just want people on board doing, playing the gig. We want people on board with advertising. We want people on board with, just setting up gigs. You know, we want people being on board with getting involved in the Aberdeen music scene. I'm always hearing people turn around and goes, "Oh man, do you remember the gigs like 4 years ago, 5 years ago?" You know, and you get a lot of other guys saying, "Well, actually, it was pretty balls then. 10 years ago, Aberdeen music scene was amazing." You know, so I'm always hearing about how people love those gigs, people love those experiences. Why the hell can we not get that back? Okay, we really need to just give things a push again. Now, what I'm on here doing today, I put up a few posts. I'm looking for recruits, right? I'm looking for guys who want to get involved. Already got Davey Wood, Theo Robertson. I think Craig Reed's got to get involved. He has got a show on Shmoo, and that's fantastic for advertising. And getting Aberdeen bands on the radio. Getting their stuff heard. There's nothing to say if you're a band that has never, um, performed, never played a gig, but has recorded, an album's worth of music. There's nothing to say you can't get played, and get people interested in enjoying your stuff before you go out and gig, there's nothing to say that even if you're a band that doesn't want to gig, but you want to get together and get stuff recorded, why not do that? You can get your stuff heard as well. Because I'm sure that's the main goal. You want people to hear what you're doing, hear what you've been working on, hear part of you. So let's get really big time behind this. What I really want is people to comment on this post, comment on prior posts, get people involved, right? I've got a contact, a guy who was at college the same years as me, a guy called Kerr, who is down in Glasgow, I think it is. He's setting up like similar sort of label, a promotions distribution label. He's got it set up, and he said, "Man, that'd be really cool to get some, events set up here with, the guys down there, and get guys from up here going down to Glasgow. That's already a connection, right? And we've not even had a first gig yet, But there's a possibility of getting bands up, playing here from Glasgow, and setting up gigs down in Glasgow for Aberdeen bands. There's nothing to say that that can't happen now. Things like that can start working. So we really, really, really want to get guys involved in this. And if you're sitting wondering, what the hell? Well, heaps of people have tried getting the Aberdeen music scene together, and it's never worked. Well, forget what's happened before. This has got to be something different. We're going to approach things in a different way. For a start, cheap gigs, right? Spread the word. Spread the word has arrived. Whatever the hell it's got to be called. The first Spread the Word's promotion gig. It's got to be £2 in the door. You turn up with a fiver, right? And there's only one band that you want to see in the entire bill. You turn up for half an hour, pay your £2 at the door, £3 for a pint. You're sorted. Why that? There's nothing wrong with that. That's fantastic. It enables people to come in and go, well, I'm not so bothered about the whole day, but I'll come in and see these guys. They're my friends. I want to support them. And you never know. Say your band's the band you want to see is the first band on, right? You turn up and you go, oh, okay, okay, I've seen them. Great, I'm pretty happy. Oh, but hang on a minute. There's a band here that I quite like to see. Oh, they're up next. Okay, I'll check them out. And you just spend a bit more time there, and you check out other bands. And I mean, Shine DRS, it's a rap band. It's a rap duo. That's fantastic. They got massive coverage. I think they was on a documentary with BBC4 or some shit like that. And they've kind of, to be honest, I've not really heard what they've been doing, but why not have stuff like that in the Aberdeen music scene? To be honest, I'm going to try and get a couple other little acts. You know, this is a great opportunity as well. If you've got, you know, you and a friend, you sing and play guitar, and you want to play an acoustic set, and you don't really like the idea of, you know, open mic nights, or you've been to open mic nights and you never got on very well. This is your chance to come down, put on a 10-minute set, go for it. You know, I would love to have like 3 or 4 different duets, different, you know, acoustic numbers. Come up and do like 40 minutes of a set. That's basically, you know, a band set, but that's 4 different people, 4 different, you know, groups that are all getting exposure, which may not get the same exposure as, like, you know, they may be stuck in open mic nights, they may be stuck just playing on YouTube, you know, they may be stuck in their bedroom playing together, you know. Had to be careful with that one. But, you know, why not get involved? Why not get yourself on board? If you're interested in anything, you know, give us a shout. What else are we doing? Well, on top of that, we're going to try and get regular gigs, right? Try and get regular Sunday gigs. I think that's the goalpost for the start, right? All day gigs. All day gigs are always fantastic, whether it be charity gigs or just, you know, all day mashups getting wrecked, you know. Why can't we do this? You know, it can be done. It's getting set up and it's getting going. But I really want people on board. If you're in a band and you want a slot, there's slots available, right? If you know guys who want gigs, let them know. There's slots available. Get in touch with me. Just get it done, you know? There's nothing to say that we can't have spread the word. We can't have the Aberdeen music scene going big. Another thing we're doing, right? This is, I'm pretty proud of, despite the fact it's kind of me putting out for this. Our first gig, right? I'm going to pay the fee for the sound engineer. That's always been a problem with Aberdeen gigs. You know, it's by the time you pay the sound engineer, that's it. Nobody else gets a cut of anything. I'm going to front that, right? That's me taking money out of my own pocket and saying, right, here we go. Here's a gig. Let's get it done. So that means that the money made from this Spread the Word gig, say we get 60 people through the door, right, the entire day. That's, you know, doesn't have to be 60 people in the entire day. That can be 60 people coming and going. You know, that's 120 quid. 60 quid goes to the next gig. That's paid for. That's done. 60 quid goes to the bands. And if the bands say, well, that's only like a tenner, how about you just put it towards the next gig? We can give them a boost. We can push those bands individually, and then we can give them more gigs, which makes more money, which puts more money in the Spread the Word promotions. This is one thing, we're not going to make any money out of this, okay? I'm not going to make any money out of this. The guys that are getting involved, we're not going to make money, right? That's not what it's about. This is purely about getting bands going, giving bands a chance. You think back, I remember the first gig I played with Debased, and it was a Sunday charity gig in Drummond's. The place was packed. I've never, ever played a gig so awesome like that, you know? I mean, we had a great time, we all had a few drinks, you know, it was fantastic to see an entire crowd, you know, see like 200, 300 people, I don't know what the hell they fit in there, but the place was just heaving, you know, going mental for an Aberdeen band. Can you imagine the boost if, you know, say a band steps up and their 4th gig, they get a charity gig. It's a Sunday gig, it's, you know, an all-dayer, and they pack the place out. Think the boost that could get. If you're a guy in a band sitting there, or a girl in the band sitting there, and you think, wow, I'd love to play a packed out venue. You know, Tunnels, Drummond's, hell, if we can get more places involved, even better. You know, those are the main point of calls. Sadly, we lost Kef a few years ago. I used to love Kef. I know a lot of people hate it, but it was a fantastic venue. But that's another thing. If you are involved in a venue, you know, it doesn't even have to be a gigging place. You know, a place where there's a stage and you can have bands. You can get acoustic sets. We can set up stuff like that. We can set up, you know, bands to come in and say, well, yeah, this is our new stuff. We're going to play some acoustic stuff. We're going to sell some CDs. We're going to sell some t-shirts. Make a bit of money. Get people putting money in the bar. You know, getting people putting money into the bands. The bands can then progress and do more. So let's get it done. You know, this, I don't know how much time I'm running on here, but I want you all to get involved. Get this shared. Share this in your profile so that everybody as possible can see it, right? I'm talking to everybody here. Just go, okay, share this. I like this. Spread it out. get it out there, get people involved in this. That's just a few ideas that we've got going, right? And if you can get involved, if we can get this shared and get people interested, I'm going to keep this post going, right? I started up posts for, I was going to try and do it weekly, that's kind of fell through a bit, but I'm going to keep things going like this. If you're interested, get in touch, get involved, get in touch with myself, Theo Robertson, Craig Reed, Davey Wood. I'm sure there's more people who want to be involved and who I've already spoke to. In fact, Matt from Downfall, I know he's interested. I'm sure Damon Martin would probably be interested in something like this as well. I'm going to have a word with him hopefully sometime soon, you know. But get involved, get excited, get this done. This is a big, big thing that we can get going for Aberdeen music scene, for the people of Aberdeen, bands Aberdeen. If we get it working, there's no stretch the imagination that we can push. Okay, so let's get involved, let's get it done, spread the word, okay? Look it up on Facebook.